Hello everybody, welcome back to Mass Effect. In the last session, Shepard got blown out the airlock and the Normandy SR-1 was totally destroyed in a surprise attack by an unknown hostile ship. Luckily though, Cerberus, that organization that we spent a lot of time and effort into completely dismantling and destroying because they're totally evil, back in Mass Effect 1, they had a bunch of money laying around, so they're like, well shit, let's just rebuild Shepard with the bits of her that we could scrape off the surface of the planet that she landed on. And so they did. Pretty closely, too. I mean, they got the hair a little bit wrong. I probably should take that up with PR at some point. Or HR, rather. R&D. Whoever the hell was in charge of growing the hair, they grew it wrong. So, that's the thing. That's the canon I'm sticking with. The real reason is that the hair just looked abhorrently bad, so I had to change it. But they rebuilt us, and they gave us a new ship, and now we're off to stop some race of bug people known as the Collectors, because we think they're working with the Reapers. So that's a thing. This session, we're going to head over to Omega, which is way out in the Terminus systems. It's a place we haven't ever been before, so really excited for that. And we're going to pick up a few squad mates there, namely Zaid, Masani, Mordred Solus, and the Archangel. All sounding like pretty swell folks if you ask me, but before we even do that, I suppose since this is a new ship, we should probably go walk around and, do a short little crew chat. So, buckle in. We're going to get to know all of our new crewmates and some of the old ones because, hell, even Joker decided to show up this time.
Can you believe this, Commander? It's my baby. Better than new. It fits me like a glove. And leather seats. Military may set the hardware standard, but on a first-gen frigate, they could care less if the seats breathe. Civilian sector comfort by design.
Reproduction is not intended to be perfect, Mr. Moreau. Seamless improvements were made.
And there's the downside. I liked the Normandy when she was beautiful and quiet. Now she's got this thing I want to talk about. It's like ship cancer.
Ship cancer. Yeah. Yeah. How awkward.
It's not the same, Joker. There's nothing here that was even part of the real Normandy.
Well, that's a depressing
There's
thought.
us. I have to take what I can get. The last 2 years sucked.
Tell me about
We'll
it.
see.
I
Even if
died.
they're spying on us, no way they'll invest this much just to screw us over. It'll be better than the old days.
You say that.
I died.
Yeah, you were such a downer.
Shepard, you stole my joke.
Yes, Shepard.
Well, shit. I feel like we should get to know the AI living on our ship. So let's talk about
I
you.
want to know more about you.
Do you have a specific inquiry?
What do you do?
What do you do aboard the ship?
I operate the ship's electronic and cyber warfare suites in combat. My reaction time is much faster than any organic. I collate the records of shipboard monitoring devices for the Elusive Man.
Whoa,
I serve
whoa,
additional
monitoring
functions
devices.
which are restricted at this time.
Whoa, monitoring devices.
The Elusive Man has monitoring devices on board?
He has invested most of Cerberus's resources into the design and construction of this ship. He has an interest in monitoring our progress.
I don't want him monitoring my progress, okay? I'm gonna leave that there. Cyber warfare, I mean, I know what that means, but let's ask anyways.
Cyber warfare means things like viruses, right?
In close-range ship-to-ship combat, I can sometimes break through the firewalls of an enemy's internal wireless network. Once I seize control of their systems, I can turn off gravity or air. I can disable weapons guidance or shields, or I can put their fusion plant in meltdown. On the defense, I manage Normandy's own suite of jammers, decoys, and internal firewalls.
Right, yeah. You're an AI. That's what you
Sounds
do.
incredibly useful. Why isn't there someone like that on every warship?
An organic operator cannot react quickly enough to changing circumstances or perform the necessary multitasking. This is a role that can only be filled by an artificial intelligence. Unfortunately, we are suspect.
Well, it might have something to do with how an AI almost destroyed galactic civilization. Just put it out there.
Just put it out there. Oh, Joker, you're the best. What about the additional functions that you turned red for? Because that's totally not suspicious at all.
Restricted functions?
You mean like your killer bot function?
I do not know. Some of my databases are sealed. Some of my hardware is kept offline. I assume that when certain unknown conditions are met, those functions will be released to me.
Right. Joker, we don't have any mechs aboard the ship, per se, do we? Because if we do, I want them spaced within the hour.
Let's discuss something else.
Ready.
Let's talk Cerberus, because I know they're a bunch of assholes, but maybe you know, being created by them, have a different
I
opinion.
want to know more about the people I'm working with.
Much of that data is classified. Do you have a specific inquiry?
Well, thank you. Well, shit, they must have a ton of resources.
What sort of resources does Cerberus have? Money, personnel, facilities?
I have a block that prevents me from answering that question.
Right, yeah, I figured. What about their command structure?
How is Cerberus organized? Aside from the elusive man, I don't see much chain of command.
Cerberus is organized into task-oriented cells. Each operates in isolation. Members from one cell cannot recognize the members of another. Each cell's agents are led by a single operator. We are called the Lazarus cell, which is directed by Operator Lawson.
Right. Okay. Does that mean that Miranda's my boss? Because if that's so, I'm out. She's kind of a bitch.
How did Cerberus replicate the most advanced warship in the Alliance Navy without anyone knowing?
Yeah, that's a pretty fucking good question.
Prevents me from answering that question.
Alright, Block,
What do you mean?
come on.
Although I am less controlled than other AI, I am still subject to behavioral blocks and the physical isolation of my hardware. In this case, I am prevented from truthfully answering your question by Cerberus's levels of secret classification.
Alright, fine, goodbye.
That's all for now.
Logging you out, Shepard.
Thanks for nothing, you piece of garbage. Alright. Maybe I'm just being too hard on her. It. AIs are it's, not people.
I'm Yeoman Kelly Chambers. I've been assigned as your administrative assistant. I'll manage your messages and help you monitor the crew. And I must say, it's such an honor to work under you, Commander Shepard.
I'm glad to have you on the team, Miss Chambers.
Please, call me Kelly.
Hey, if you insist, yeah, I guess.
Okay, Kelly?
Anything else?
Let's
Do you
talk.
have a moment to talk?
I always have time for you, Commander.
Alright, what do you do?
What are your responsibilities?
I'll keep you notified of any messages or appointments you might have. If any of the crew has important business to discuss, I'll make sure you know.
You're like an email?
Isn't that the type of task better suited for a VI?
Yes, but being your yeoman is just my official role. Unofficially, I observe the crew.
Observe?
Everyone knows how risky our mission is. Many of us may not be coming back. That's a lot of pressure. I have a degree in psychology. I'm good at sensing when people are overly taxed.
They said psychology majors can't get a job.
You make sure the crew's mental health is sound.
Yes, I look for warning signs. I listen. It's not a full-time job, and it's most effective when done informally.
Well, I'm glad to have you aboard then.
We're lucky to have someone with your skills, Kelly.
Thank you, Shepard. What else would you like to know?
Are you happy?
How do you feel about being assigned to the Normandy?
I was handpicked by the Elusive Man to help fight the greatest threat known to humanity. How do I feel? Honored, exhilarated, terrified. But mostly I feel encouraged. Under your leadership, we can't fail.
Right. Keep that in mind.
Don't worry. We'll defeat the Collectors.
I trust you implicitly. The moment I met you, I knew I could close my eyes, fall back, and you'd be there.
Your trust is well placed, Kelly.
I knew it would be. Thank you, Shepard. Anything else you'd like to talk about?
What do you think of
This
Cerberus?
organization has a dark reputation. Do you have any concerns working for them?
Not at all. Our methods can be harsh, but Cerberus has noble objectives. We look out for human interests, advance human technology, save human lives. They're good goals.
You obviously haven't seen the end or the means to their ends if you're acting like that. You know, impaling an entire colony of human settlers upon giant spikes to turn them into husks. I really don't see the purpose in that experiment. Also, that's one of the things that I think I lost the recording to, so now I sound like an idiot.
It sounds like Cerberus wants to dominate all aliens and put humankind on top.
Cerberus looks out for humanity.
Oh yeah, killing Admiral Kotaku really didn't help human interest
My
either.
sister started a dog shelter, but she loved cats too. I love humanity. I also love Asari, Quarian, Turian, Solarian, Hanar. That isn't in conflict with Cerberus ideals.
You're a good person. Your organization is not.
That's a
You're not
very
going to convince me
positive
otherwise.
What can I say? I'm a people person. Anything else you'd like to talk about?
I
No,
better go.
go away.
Okay. Maybe we'll... Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
What fucking when? We read them all. You're a liar. You're already failing at your job. This is like day 1, and you're already doing poorly at your job. What a fucking amateur. God damn.
Commander, there hasn't been time to really settle in and take stock. I want to say that working with you is a great opportunity to do something that matters. It's a privilege to serve on the Normandy, Commander.
It's a risky assignment. You're probably gonna die.
You may change your tune if we end up like the original Normandy.
Maybe. As long as the elusive man walks his talk, and you do the same, I'll do my best to make sure we succeed. That's been the condition for my service so far. I have issues with certain actions Cerberus has taken in the past.
We all do.
What has Cerberus done to make you nervous?
A lot. They've been called terrorists, and with good reason. Doubt you can find a more checkered past. But if the Collector threat is real, and we do something about it, Cerberus will be remembered differently. Or we'll all be tried and executed. Can't count on people thinking about it as hard as I have.
Well, at least you're thinking ahead.
I look forward to working with you, Mr. Taylor.
Likewise, Commander. Let me know if you need anything.
Alright, cool. Good to have a nice, pragmatic individual in the Normandy. It's unfortunate that he's Jacob Taylor. Otherwise, I would really like him.
Commander, what can I do for you?
Want to chat?
Do you have a minute, Miranda?
No doubt you've got a lot of questions. Cerberus isn't as evil as most people believe. If I can help allay any of your concerns, I'd be happy to do so.
I mean, you
So,
can't.
what
You're
would
welcome
you
to
like
try,
know?
though. You know what? I actually don't care, because you're not going to sway me either way. I want to know about you, though.
Tell me about yourself, Miranda.
Oh, I guess that's fair. I've spent the last 2 years learning everything there is to know about you. Well, you should probably know that I've had extensive genetic modification. Not my decision, but I make the most of it. It's one of the reasons the elusive man handpicked me. I'm very good at just about anything I choose to do.
Genetic mod... What?
What level of genetic modification are we talking about?
That's very thorough. Physically, I'm superior in many ways. I heal quickly, and I'll likely live half again as long as the average human. My biotic abilities are also very advanced. For a human. Add to that some of the best training and education money can buy, and, well, it's pretty impressive, really.
Would you use the word perfect?
It sounds like you were designed to be perfect.
Maybe, but I'm not. I'm still human, Shepard. I make mistakes like everyone else. And when I do, the consequences are severe. Everyone expects a lot from someone with my abilities.
You're pretty, cocky. I wouldn't say arrogant, but cocky's a word.
Certainly don't lack for confidence.
It's just a fact. My reflexes, my strength, even my looks, they're all designed to give me an edge. No point in hiding from it. It's the reason I'm trusted to oversee the most dangerous, risky, and technically demanding operations Cerberus undertakes. And it's why I was assigned to you. It's my job to make sure you succeed, Shepard.
Right. Glad to have you aboard?
Thanks for the information, Miranda.
Question mark?
Talk to you later.
Of course, Commander, whatever you need.
Right. I'll keep that in mind. Whatever you need, my ass.
Chef surprise again? Come on, Rupert.
I'm sorry, Princess. Filet mignon and caviar coming right up. Let me just get out my doilies.
That'd be real nice, Mr. Gardner.
I'm guessing you're the chef.
Commander Shepard, the hero of the Citadel. You did humanity proud that day. As Sergeant Rupert Gardner here. How can I be of service?
You got all of your supplies? Got
You have
food and stuff?
everything you need?
I make do. But have you ever tried to prepare a decent meal with military provisions? I'm good, but I'm no miracle worker. Taking down the Collectors is going to be rough business. The crew deserves a few fine meals before they throw themselves into the fire.
How could I help then? 'Cause
What
that's
do you need?
important.
If I had some quality ingredients... Oh, shit. You've got more to worry about than grocery shopping on the Citadel. Forget I mentioned it.
No. Give me the list.
If I head that way, I'll keep an eye out.
Much appreciated. Most of this list is probably standard fare for those namby-pambies on the Citadel. Anything else you'd like to talk about?
No, that's
I
good.
won't take any more of your time.
Back to work.
Back to work. Let's check out the med clinic. Oh shit, even Chocolates is back. Oh my god, we're really getting the band back together.
I watched the Normandy crumble with you on board. It's good to see you alive.
Why did you leave the Alliance?
I'm shocked. You're serving on a Cerberus vessel now?
Surprising, even to me. Yet, here I am. The kind of trauma you endured would have changed most people. But not you, I see. Welcome back, Shepard.
Well shit, why did you leave the Alliance?
Doctor, you've been with the Alliance for years. Why leave now?
After the Normandy was lost, the surviving crew was reassigned. I was stationed at the Mars Naval Medical Center. A very respectable position, but it wasn't on a starship.
Colonial military life isn't for you?
I've spent most of my life on war.
I'm sure we covered this.
Never knowing what the next mission might bring. I'm used to the hum of engines, the creaking of bulkheads, that subtle vertigo when the momentum dampeners kick in. Life planetside is just too static, too boring.
No, I get you. So you left the Alliance and you joined a terrorist group.
You're
Let's
not
talk
the
about that.
Cerberus type, Doctor.
I don't work for Cerberus. I work for you. On a mission that may be crucial to the survival of the human race. I have faith that your dealings with Cerberus will be ethical. I trust you, Commander.
Well, I'm glad. You do know, though, that we're probably all going to die horrific deaths on this mission, though. Just, you know, putting that out there.
There's a very good chance this mission will be a one-way trip. Are you prepared for that?
I've been through the reclaiming of Shanxi, the Skillian Blitz. We survived the Battle of the Citadel and the destruction of the Normandy together. I've lived a full life. No regrets. I'd like to make sure the crew gets the same opportunity.
That's very noble of you. Well, do you need anything? It looks like you got a good med clinic
Do
here.
you have everything you need?
I believe so. This medical bay seems very much like the sick bay on the original Normandy. Only thing missing are my private reserves. I even had a bottle of Ceres Ice brandy that I was saving for a special occasion.
I will sure as hell get you another one.
Keep an eye out for a replacement bottle.
Oh, you needn't. It's expensive, and we have much larger concerns ahead.
I'll see you later, Doctor.
Commander.
Great chat. She says it's expensive. It's like 50 credits if I recall correctly, which, because I have all my import bonuses, I have like over 100,000 credits right now. Don't I? I have 300,000 credits, yeah. No. I could get you a bottle of whiskey, or brandy, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. Engineers!
All the way down here to see us?
You're speaking to our commanding officer.
I'm touring the ship, getting to know my crew.
A crew chat, if you
Ken
will.
Donnelly handling the power control systems. This is Gabby.
You
That's
pointed at the wrong
Engineer
person.
Gabriella Daniels, actually. I'm responsible for the propulsion systems.
What can we do for you, Commander?
Let's talk training, because I'm an engineer too. I'd like to know my engineers are doing a good job. Also, look at her face. Oh my god. I never noticed this. Look at that cheekbone. Oh my god, it's horrifying. Take it away, please.
Where'd you receive your training?
Both Gabby and I started in the Alliance, serving on the SSV Perugia.
Perugia.
The first wave at the Battle of the Citadel. We saw Sovereign firsthand.
And you left.
Why did you leave the Perugia?
After you died,
Perugia.
Anderson lost political clout. The Council backslid on the Reaper menace,
They discounted Sovereign as an isolated threat, as a single...
which was bullshit. They said your warnings of a greater danger were mistaken or delusional.
We lost respect for Alliance leadership. We need to fight the real enemy, and only Cerberus seem to be doing that.
Alright, so at least you believe in the cause. I guess that's alright. Let's talk about your feelings of
About
Cerberus.
Actually, we don't know much about the organization other than the Normandy team. We know our mission and who's in charge.
We're off to kick the collectors right in their daddy bags. That's enough for me.
Alright, well I guess that's all you really need to know, I guess. You guys got anything down here?
Are you set up okay down here?
We can't complain. I just wish it didn't take so long to calibrate the FBA arrays.
You're complaining.
You're complaining.
What kind of problems are you having?
When they upgraded the Normandy design, they got a bit sloppy with the FBA couplings. I won't bore you with the tech, but there is an array of attenuators in the primary power transfer system.
You're boring me with tech.
Kenneth, you're boring the commander with tech. In short, if we had T6 FBA couplings installed, it'd save us a lot of maintenance time each day.
Well, why don't you?
Why isn't something like that already installed?
It's probably just a design oversight. Efficiency isn't affected. It's a maintenance issue.
Also, the T6 model can be hard to find. Nash and Stellar Dynamics discontinued them.
We could probably find used ones in the Omega markets, but we have no time for shore leave.
Well, I do, so I'll get you some.
Will do, Commander. I'm amazed Shepard came down to see us.
Told you she would.
I love those two. Alright, so that wraps up the crew chat. We could go check out the cabin, but there's really nothing up there. I did, for cosmetic reasons, I took off my helmet for now, because I know that we're going to find there is a helmet piece on Omega that I really like that we're going to get while we're there, and we're going to come back to the ship and put that on later. Anyways, oh my god, I'm sorry for the yawning. So, what was I saying? Yeah, so I don't have the helmet on for cosmetics reasons right now, so, but when we get to Omega, we're going to buy a new headset, or we're going to buy a visor, or, it's not really much of a visor, it's like an eyepiece that's really good that I like to use, and we'll come back to the ship and put that on, I'll cut all this stuff out, but it's not a big deal. I'm actually going to take a little bit of a stop right here to get myself a drink, when we come back, we'll head off to Omega.